Hey everybody, Greg Cazillo from Cazillo.com here with your quick tip of the day. It was actually came from Facebook. I couldn't believe this. Eric wrote on the wall, it's like, oh, what a perfect question to have. Hey, I understand file naming, but not everyone does. Like how to name a file so that it is universally readable Mac PC. How to size an image wide, I don't know, just an idea. Great question, Eric. I think it's definitely worth talking about. We're actually not going to start in Lightroom. We're actually going to start here on your drive, actually on your computer. Now, I strongly suggest having a completely separate hard drive for your photos from your OS drive. So, as you see on my computer, I have a crap load of drives on here, and then these are network drives. But anyway, just for giggles today, I'm just going to set it up on this new volume right here. All right, and then because actually one of my backup drives, but that's okay. Bottom line is that my boot drive is actually completely separate. All right, that's really what you want. You don't want to be filling up your boot drive with your photos because it's going to end up being a ton of photos, and it's going to be a ton of space. And especially if you have a laptop or even a desktop, it's just going to slow it down. So get yourself an external drive or another drive, put it in your computer if you have a desktop, so that you can keep all of them separate. So I have all of them on a separate drive, and I've created this folder, Greg's Photos. So now I'm going to say I'm coming back from a job today. I just finished my job today, and I'm going to create a new folder. And, 19. Did I do that right? Here's what I do. I start out with a 4-digit year, okay, and then a 2-digit month, and then a 2-digit day, okay? Then I do an underscore. Then I do the client name, okay? If it's a company name, if it's a person, whoever it is, that's what I do. Then I do the type of job it was. So say it was a portrait, or if it was a wedding, or if it was product photos. Maybe it was my own fun stuff, so I'll name it scenic if I can type today. Whatever it is that I'm going to type in, that's going to be the name. And then everything's going to go into that folder. All the photos are going to go in there. Any other client documents that I might need to store, everything's going to go into there, so everything's in one place. Makes it really nice and neat. So now I'm going to create one more new folder. And so, whoops, I'm still typing 2011 instead of 2012. And so underscore again, and then client name, and then raw files. Okay, so I'm going to copy everything into those raw files. Now, what I'll also do is say I have some PSD files, okay? Then I'll name that one PSD. And so this is the way that I name everything to keep everything sorted well and perfectly. It just makes my life so much easier when I found this system. Instead of doing everything alphabetically, just the chronological order just makes so much sense to me. And, I have an idea of when I shot that photo. Last product photo that I did for XYZ client was, say, it was about July. So it's going to be an easy way for me to be able to go back, find those photos, and it works out well. So then I'm going to pop in my card here. Then I go back and there we go. So then I can copy, these are actually videos, but it doesn't matter. I can actually copy these. Oops, it did pop up on me. There it is. Okay, so now I actually hand copy these over. Okay, I don't let Lightroom move these photos over for me. I've never been a fan of that. I don't know why. It probably works fine. Probably aren't any issues. But I'm just anal like that, and I'd much rather do it manually. So that's what I do. So I'm actually going to cancel this because I don't want to sit here and wait on all those photos. But anyway, here's my two videos that are copied over, or say there were photos that get copied over. Then inside of Lightroom, what we would actually do is let's see, let's do it this way. We can drag and drop them in, and we're going to import them, and then where are we here? Move on. Oh, there we go. Okay, now we have our photos right here. And this is actually the videos from last week. And so we're going to rename them. We're going to hit F2. And you can see I have the same format set up for file naming already. And so all I have to type in is client name. And I click OK. And there they are already renamed. I got to find my other window here. Where's that window? There it is. Okay, so now I go into my raw folder, and there they're renamed. Okay, so that's how I prefer. If you can't get another drive for your computer, then just have a separate folder where you store all of them. Most systems do have that separate folder already for my photos, whatever it is. But as soon as you can, I suggest putting them onto another drive. All right, so Greg's Photos, client name, the type of job there at the end in the scenic area or whatever it is, and then PSD, RAW, or whatever other kind of files, and have those folders. And the nice thing about that is that translate, you're not going to see that PSD folder here because there's nothing in it. But if there was, that whole folder structure is going to be duplicated here in Lightroom, and it works out really well. Now, the second part of Eric's question is about between Mac and PC. And I've not had any problems. There used to be a lot of format issues, especially with TIFF files, PSD files back in the day between Mac and PC. At least as far as the Adobe products that I've had and Word documents, that kind of thing, I really haven't had many issues lately. The only issue that I've had as of late is sometimes I'll get a file from someone on a Mac and it'll be like this. It'll have, well, this is a bad example actually, but it'll have absolutely no extension. And the Windows won't know what to do with it most of the time. It'll be clueless. It won't know if it's a video, it won't know if it's a text document, it won't know if it's an EPS file, and that's usually what they are. They come over as artwork or something like that. It'll be just some kind of client artwork file. And they'll have emailed it to me, or I'll have to pull it off of their FTP server, and I've no idea what it is, and neither does the computer. It doesn't know what to do with it. So bottom line is that make sure that all of your files have that proper extension, okay? And you should be fine. You shouldn't have any issues. Now, as you see, I do use all lowercase. I don't use any spaces in here, and I learned that a number of years ago, and personally, it's not an issue now, but we don't know how the computers are going to react, say, in 10 years or 15 years or 20 years. And so, to me, I think we're better off just using all the lowercase, all that stuff. And this is actually a call to Adobe that I really wish you would give us the option to also change the extension to lowercase when we're renaming inside of Lightroom. It will automatically remove spaces and all that stuff when we export. In the export dialog box, it'll actually do that for us when we do the rename, and actually there's extension right there, lowercase. So why won't you do it upon import, or why won't you do it upon rename? It just doesn't make any sense to me. So please, Adobe, if you're watching this, make that change so that it'll automatically do that and make them lowercase. Now, as far as a PC is concerned, uppercase and lowercase files are treated as the same file. I don't know how this works on a Mac, but I know on a Linux machine, if you have one of them with uppercase and one of them with lowercase, they're actually two separate files. So that is something to take into consideration for the future. Just the bottom line is figure out your system, the way that you want to do it, and stick to it all the time, and you'll be organized. That's the best way. If you like my way, great. I think it works well. It's worked well for me for years. I have all of my photo drives set up that way all the way back to 2003, I think I started shooting digital, something like that, 2002. So that'd be my suggestion. So a little bit longer quick tip today. I hope you don't mind. I hope you stuck around. Greg Casillo, Casillo.com. Keep shooting. See ya.